Hey, good afternoon, fam. Good afternoon. Hope all is well with everybody. Hope all is well with everybody. Hey, listen. So the other day, right, I was watching Nightcap with Shannon Sharp, Chad Ochocinco, and J.R. Smith, right? And you guys know me. I'm all about money, saving your money, protecting your money, building your money, and maximizing it, right? So as I was watching this, right, something very interesting happened on this show, and they was talking about pretty much relationship is how it started. They started talking about relationships, and then it led into something else. So, and I believe it was Shannon that asked Jr. how much would he spend on a date with somebody, right? And as soon as he said it, and if you guys see me smiling, because I mentioned a third person, which is Chad Ochocinco, and he don't believe in spending any money at all. So Jr. was like, man, $250-300 is his limit, right? And Chad was like, what? It's like I'm not going above 200, right? So why am I laughing at that? I'm laughing because these are multi-millionaires, right? These are multi-millionaires I'm talking about. And even they have a budget in reference to how much they're spending on a lady on the first date. You understand? Um, I think there was when Shannon had said that, one time he had spent like $400 on a seafood tower or whatever. And I wish y'all would have seen Chad's face. It was the funniest thing because he's all about his money and it's all about saving money. And he's like, listen, if you're not my spouse or my wife, why am I spending this amount of money on the first date? I don't even know if you're gonna be here. As a matter of fact, funny thing is J.R. Smith said he actually went on a date with a young lady, and the young lady started to like just start to buy things. You know what I'm saying? Just start to order things, drinks and food and everything. And JR was like, hold up. I don't even know you like that. And then JR said he went to the bar and put $200 down and give it to the bartender and say, hey, this is for my drinks and everything else. And he left her there, right? Which is crazy. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because right now on social media, we have these things where people believe, some of these women believe that you're supposed to take them to a nice fancy restaurant when you first meet them. You're supposed to spend $300, $400, $500, on a nice dinner, and you just met them, right? And this is why we say social media is full of crap. Some of these young girls are listening to these people who are lying in most cases. There's people who come on there and who say, hey, to date me, you got to give me like a $20,000 allowance or whatever like that, right? And I call cap. Because when I'm listening to multi-millionaires, right? As a matter of fact, let me do a little bit of homework for you guys while we on here. Let me do some digging, right? Just to see. Because if multi-millionaires are saying that we're not spending $300-400 on dinner, and you, a regular, everyday, average Joe, is trying to impress a chick and emptying out your whole pocket for a first date or even for a second or third date. This is someone who you haven't even been fully committed to. I think that's wild, right? And let me see. Let me go here. What is Shannon Sharp's annual salary? And I'm using salary because I don't want to use net worth. Okay, net worth is everything that you have total combined. So Shannon Sharp's annual salary, which means how much he takes home, right, is $6.5 million. $6.5 million. A guy who's making $6.5 million is telling you that he ain't fitting to spend that much money on no first date or no date with a lady, unless that's his wife or something like that. But some of you guys are out here and listening to these social media lies that these women are telling y'all, or these women are forcing y'all to take them on a nice fancy dinner and a nice fancy day, and some of y'all don't even make past $80,000 a year, right? Some of y'all don't even make past $80,000 a year, and because of some pressure that you believe that you have to go empty out your bank accounts, right? This is wild stuff. A lot of these women on these social media platforms are liars. Okay? Listen, I'm gonna go back to the whole Meg Stallion and Klay Thompson situation. And again, I don't know this for a fact, but I believe she had asked Klay for a $700,000 monthly salary, I believe. I mean, allowance, not salary, allowance. Think about that for a second, right? Now, let's imagine if Klay would have actually done that and give it to her. Now she's gonna go on her platform, talking to all the other young girls as to how much they should be getting from these dudes. Nobody's doing this. You know what I'm saying? It was another young lady that came on, I believe it was Cam Newton's show. Talking about for a gal to date her, he has to give her $50,000 a month allowance. I was like, she's capping. She's capping. Nobody's doing that. No, like, why would I do that? What are you bringing to me that's gonna make me want to give you $50,000 a month as an allowance? Nobody's doing that. Okay? So why am I bringing this up? Because a lot of these people, listen, I'm around millionaires and they watch their pockets. Some of the stuff that we out here doing, they don't do it. That's why they stay rich. I believe Chad said he still got his first paycheck from the NFL. Let's look this up. Let's see. What year did Chad Ochocinco retire from the NFL?
Chad Ochocinco, or Chad Johnson, retired from the NFL after the 2011 season.
Chad hasn't played football since 2011. 2011, which is 15 years ago. And the man said he hasn't even touched his first salary from the NFL. Right? But you have some of these people who are coming on TV or coming on social media and lying. This is why I always say, this whole social media stuff, you got to be careful who you listen to. You got people who will go take pictures and videos on yachts and act like they own the yacht. You have people who will go on private jet and pay somebody to sit there all by themselves with their laptop out, like they actually own the private jet. And some of y'all are over here like ooh and ah and all this stuff like that because you're trying to believe these folks. Okay? This is a lie, man. And I'm saying this to you fellas, that for some reason you feel as though you have to empty out your bank account to have a nice date with a young lady. Let me tell you this. There are women out here who don't care about that. But you think because she's a baddie and she's hot stuff, you have to empty out your bank account. That's on you. You're the fool. Because millionaires ain't even doing that. Let me tell you this. If she likes you, all that goes out the window. All that. I was watching I forget what it was, and they was talking about handsome privilege. Okay, you know how some women have pretty privilege. There are a lot of men that have handsome privilege, and a lot of these guys don't even know they have it, and they don't take advantage of it. I tell people all the time, I've never, ever, ever hollered at a woman. I've never approached a woman. I'm usually getting approached. Okay? And if you know, you know. Right? If you got confidence about yourself. Sometimes I'll go to bars. Right? I've been to bars where the bartender would slide me a drink. And I'm like, I didn't order that. And they're like, oh, the lady across the, a few tables, back, she got it for you. I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I even went out to a club one time, and some chick went to the bar and came back and bought me a drink. I don't even know her, right? Obviously, I ain't drink it because I don't know what she put in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a situation. You know what I'm saying? But this is handsome privilege. And handsome privilege is not all about physical all the time. It's about confidence, right? Mostly physical, facial, that's a factor. But some of these guys don't have any confidence at all. They're thirsty over these women, okay? They keep on approaching them and keep on approaching them and keep on shooting their shots. Why? Why? This is why you're out here getting abused. This is why you guys are out here getting abused, right? So I want to really take a moment to talk on this, because if a chick tells you that you have to take her to some high-end place as a first date, man, dump her. On to the next one, because it's not real. Okay, bust a U-turn and take her back home, because it's not real. Man, listen, you guys should go watch that take on Nightcap. You talking about J.R. Smith? You talking about Chad Ochocinco? You talking about let me, because again, I don't want anybody to sit down here and say, oh well, we don't know and blah blah blah. No, these are millionaires saying that. Listen to me. You out here paying $400 a day, for a dinner date, and these are people who make 1,000 times what you make, and they're not finna do that. They're like $400. Listen, I'm not making this up, right? Hold on for us. Let me look this up, right? What is J.R. Smith annual salary? Let's see. It's taking a little longer because J.R. Smith hasn't played in the NBA in a while, so I don't even know what he does, but I know he's a multi-millionaire, right? Let me see. In 2018 and 2019, his annual salary at that point was $14 million. $14 million annual salary, and the man said the man walked out on a young lady who was just getting a bunch of drinks, okay, getting a bunch of seafood. And he said, hold on, I don't even know you like that. And the man said he went to the bar and dropped $200 and he left her there. It's wild stuff. You see what I'm saying? But then you guys are over here feeling some kind of pressure that you believe that you have to come out of pocket and pay for a dinner date. It don't cost you money to get to know a person. But so many people want to get on social, they want to use you for an experience. In most cases, they don't like. Let me tell you what I found. And again, maybe it might be the handsome privilege. Who knows? Right? Okay? But not too many women test me with stuff like that. Okay? They go wherever I go. They go where, and I'm gonna close with this, fellas, okay? Because if you out here dating for real and you're actually trying to find somebody that's all about you, right? If you are dating somebody and that person doesn't care about how you spend the money, that person don't care about you. See, what a woman's role is and what a job is to protect the house. Protect the house finance, to make sure you guys last, right? Like back in the day, grandpa go work, Grandpa give grandma the money, and grandma balance the books and make sure everybody's straight. But if you're dealing with somebody who constantly want to spend your money, or if you're dealing with somebody who sees you are out here acting out of control, and you just spending and spending and spending, and they don't say nothing to you, that person don't care about you. And then on top of that, they also join in and say, let's go here, let's go there, let's go here, let's go there. They're helping you spend your hard-earned money, and they don't talk to you about savings. She ain't the one. Because trust me, as soon as the money's gone, she's gone. But if you have a woman who's saying, hey Max, you don't need that. Hey Max, you spend too much. Hey Max, we don't need that big old house. Hey Max, this trip is too much. Let's do something smaller. That's the woman you want to keep. Okay? That's a woman that you want to keep. But you got somebody who every second got their hands out. Every second they want to go here, they want to go there. Every second is something. This is how you get financially bankrupt. So this is why I'm bringing this up, because at the end of the day, relationship and money is a real thing. There are going to be people who come in your life just to help you spend your money and use you. And then there are people who are around you in your life that you probably don't pay attention to, and you should, who are actually trying to help you maximize your money and help you save your money. After watching this, I want you to sit back and actually ask yourself, how many women have you been with who have actually told you that restaurant is so expensive, we don't need to go there? Oh no, we need to go on a trip. No, we can go on a trip next year. Let's save the money this year. Oh no, I don't need that clothes. I don't need this. Let's stay home. It's probably less than 5%. As a matter of fact, I want you to comment on this and let me know. Fellas, how many women in your lifetime have you dated who have actually said, I don't need this, I don't need that, we don't need this, we don't need that, baby, this is too much, you don't need that, let's save some money? How many? See, we live in this era, in this age where people are on social media and they are trying to flex and want to impress other people, and they will end up financially bankrupt. I remember I'm talking to a young lady the other day, right? And she's telling me how much some women pay for hair, like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. I said, $4,000? What are they doing to their hair? Right? And she's like, oh, you know, we women, we gotta take care of ourselves. And I was like, what about taking care of yourself when you get older and retirement? Oh, I ain't thinking about that right now. That's what she told me. I ain't thinking about that right now. Yo, listen. Some of y'all are gonna allow people to take you down. Some of y'all are gonna allow people to take you down. I'm telling you right now, if she's around you and she ain't making you better, if she's around you and she's taking, okay, more than giving, she's not helping you grow, right? And I know some people are going to hear this and they're going to say whatever they're going to say. I'm all about the money. I'm all about finances. I'm all about making sure you still have something when you're older. Think about all these ball players and all the women they've been through. And then they end up going financially bankrupt and those women are not around. Can you imagine they had a woman in their life that said, hey, you don't need that, we don't need this house is too big, another car, why you buying another car, we don't need that. Can you imagine if they have someone like that in their life? Most of them will not be financially bankrupt. But a lot of them are used to getting the baddies and the women who feel as though you have to spend money on them. You don't have to spend money on any woman, on anybody for that matter, for you to show love. I'm not saying don't take care of your lady. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying there has to be a limit. Right now in America, over 550,000 people in America over the age of 80 are currently still working. Can we assume that these people didn't spend their money wisely? And these are the people over the age of 80. Can you imagine people over the age of 65 right now? It's in the millions. So listen, I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed day. I want to touch on that real quick. I want to share my thought, but when I saw that take on Nightcap, I was like, man, so these are millionaires who aren't even doing this. But the average person is out here thinking that this is what they must do. It's not true. It's not true. Most of these women are lying on social media. Okay? They're capping. Most of them. So listen, fellas. Hey, watch yourself, protect yourself, and maintain your kingship. Alright? Talk to y'all soon.